Hello. The votes are in tonight. We are also not making clothes. Been asked to, or it's been decided that we are going to do more preparation for Philadelphia Miniaturia. So tonight we're going to work on what I was supposed to work on today, but I had to come home from a wedding and do chores and catch up on stuff around the house. And I was just so tired from the wedding that I did not get to work on minis. So we're going to do some lemons, limes, and clementines. I think that will be good. Hi, Evil. How are you doing? Just under 3 inches are the biggest limes. I'm good. Tired. Very tired. I was a matron of honor in a wedding yesterday, and just everything that I had to do I mean, everything went really well, but I am exhausted from that and the drive. You may have met her at a few of my birthday parties. Her name's Amanda. She would come down for the flotillas. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, it was a very nice wedding. I had to give a speech, and apparently I did well enough that people were coming up and asking me. One lady asked me to give her eulogy. A few people asked me to do their birthday parties. Yeah, it was. I think it went pretty well. I'd written it over the course of 2 months and memorized it over the last week, so all told, it went pretty well. I guess so. You always get those pre-stage jitters though, and yeah, I was kind of nervous leading up to it. Because I wanted to do well, I wanted it to get the point across without being too sappy or weird. But everybody seemed to like it. And the reception was a blast, and just everything was just perfect for her. Absolutely beautiful. It rained, but it had only started raining by the time we got to the reception hall, so it wasn't that bad. Plus, rain on a wedding is good luck, right? Zoom you in so you can see what we're doing. I'm trying to get this lime shape right. I've been having so much trouble making these. I've not been able to figure out why I can't get this shape right. I wonder if this is what I have to do. Maybe that, I guess. That's a lime, right? Excuse me. Thankfully, my coughing subsided yesterday for the wedding too, so I wasn't freaking people out. It's the last thing I needed. Hacking in the middle of my speech. Or making people nervous. Yeah, super good. Poor best woman was the sister of the groom, and she was so nervous to give her speech. She did good. Very sentimental. So I've certainly heard some horror speeches before, but this one was good. Look like lime to you? Looks like a lime to me. Oh, no. Why did I do that? Very limey. Okay. Now to make... Oh, what do we want to do? How many limes would we have in a pack, you think? 6? 3? Closer to 6. Yeah, I thought so. So 6, we'll do 6 times 4, 24 limes. Same with lemons. Oh, it was this beautiful part of Long Island, too, that the wedding was at. Up near the groom's family. Absolutely gorgeous up there. It's right across from... There's a ferry across the bay there to Connecticut. Port Jefferson, I think that's called, Port Jefferson area. Absolutely beautiful. I was telling my husband, I'm like, we should move here. And he's like, yeah, okay. We don't have that kind of money. kind of glad people are voting for me to do this because it definitely gives me a chance to get things done. That isn't to say I won't do sewing projects if people want that done too, so. Today I was grateful that it was this and not sewing projects. I don't think I have the brain capacity right now to pick out fabrics. Taking my son on our autumn adventure this year, or this coming weekend. It looks like it's gonna rain, unfortunately, but he says he's happy to stick it out. I even asked him, do you want me to change gears to do something more inside? And he was like, no. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Trying to get my husband to take my son to a haunted attraction of some sort, like Creamy Acres or something like that. I don't particularly like haunted attractions. I have been told I take the fun out of them as well, so. Because my reaction to fear is to flirt with it. And that apparently ruins the fun for everybody else who is looking to be scared, but I don't want to be scared. So. So I try to turn it into humor, and other people in the party do not appreciate that. So I just don't go. And I haven't been in years. And I've never been to Creamy Acres. I hear it's really good though. So hopefully they go and hopefully they have fun, but I just can't. We are supposed to go down to Cape May. So we're going to start off the day. Yes. Also that. It is impossible to fear them, except for I've never liked the whole chainsaw thing. And logically I know that, like, the chainsaws that they have, the blades that they have, they're not live. I still can't. I can't do it. I don't like it. I don't trust those people enough with my safety. So. Anyone else, they can swing a chainsaw at me all day. I would trust my friends with like live steel and blades, and heck, I've had somebody play the 5-finger, whatever that's called, with an actual knife before. So, and I let them. But these people aren't my friends, so it's just better this way. Plus it gets Rob and Phoenix to do something together, and that's nice too. But we're supposed to start off the day. I'm gonna make a cranberry breakfast cake, like a cranberry coffee crumble cake kind of thing, for breakfast, and then we're gonna go out towards Chatsworth first, so I can show them the cranberry harvest, because it's gorgeous this time of year. Then we're gonna go down to Cape May, and I haven't decided if we're gonna start off at the historic Cold Spring Cemetery down there, or if we're going to go directly to historic Cold Spring. But either one, we're going to do both, I think, because historic Cold Spring is holding their annual pumpkin fair, where they have like craft vendors and pumpkin competition and things like that. They said it's a rain or shine event, so we will certainly see how that goes. And if not, there's a few museums that we could do instead down there. Then we're gonna go to dinner, I believe. I still have to pick out where I want to take him for dinner, but either way. And then we're going to do a ghost trolley tour through Cape May, like the town of Cape May, where it's a ghost and oddities tour, or spirits and oddities tour, or something like that. Either way. And it talks about like weird spiritual things that the Victorians did, like take pictures of their dead and keep locks of people's hair and things like that. So I am very excited to take him. And then the next day we're going to go pumpkin picking. As per usual, gotta get my hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of pumpkins for free. We were going to do one ghost tour, but I couldn't get 2 tickets. And when I thought I had gotten 2 tickets, it was 2 tickets for this past Saturday. And there was a whole debacle because I could not get a refund because it was the day before. It was like less than 24 hours before the tour, but I could transfer them, but I couldn't transfer them both to this coming Saturday because they didn't have any spots left. So I had to transfer them to a different day and then try to get the refund, and thankfully I got the refund, but still it was a pain in the butt. Very, like, overly annoying. And then when I tried to buy tickets for the trolley tour, it said that I should buy them online, but the online payment processor wasn't functioning, so I had to call and get tickets. So, all told, the kid better like it this year. No, he does. I asked him, because, he's getting older. And while we've done it for the past 3 years, I don't want him to have to trudge through it if he doesn't want to do it. I would rather do something he wants to do. So, or, if he doesn't want to go out. He's getting to the point where parents are lame, and while he's never expressed that, I know what I was like when I was his age, so I asked him, I'm like, hey buddy, do you want to do our autumn adventure this year? And he's like, yeah, why wouldn't we? Like, aw, such a good kid. He's 11. Yeah, he'll be 12 in January. It's absolutely bonkers. My friends did one of those, reverse, not a reverse, it's like everybody that's a couple starts out on the dance floor and you get off the dance floor as you go up in years of your anniversary. And here, mentally, I'm sitting there like, yeah, we've been married a year and a half. Let's get off the dance floor. But Rob's, like, holding me there, and I'm like, oh, they said together. Oh, my God, we've been together for 8 years. Holy crap. Where is the time gone? Absolutely bonkers to me how long it's been. Buzz, phone's making noise. Why is my phone making noise? Nobody should be wanting to talk to me right now. I was joking with him too, or joking with my husband. I was like, oh, we should, around my mother-in-law too. So like, there was a little bit more pressure, and I was like, oh, we could have a baby. Be great. I was like, no. Phoenix is 10 years away from, or no, not 10 years. He's 7 years away from being out of the house. Why would you want to start over? I'm sitting there like, because I didn't get to start, that's why. Yeah, it's so weird. It feels like you and Garen have always been together, but at the same time, like, I remember meeting Garen. I remember the exact moment I met Garen. So it's all just so bizarre. I do not remember when I met Rob, but I knew whenabouts Rob was in my life for the first time. Because it was back at Epic. And I met him then. Time is weird. Time is a construct. Time is just bizarre. I was dancing with Whacker at the wedding. And the groom looks at me and goes, "You allowed to do that?" I was like, look, I have known this man longer than I've known the bride at this point by a year or two. I think I met him when I was in 6th grade. So yeah, I'm allowed to dance with it. I set him up with his wife. I am allowed. Allowed to platonically dance with... I'm allowed to platonically slow dance with one of my friends. Thank you. Especially since his bride is talking somebody's ear off right now. So I didn't necessarily set them up, but they both attended my birthday party, and Whacker was crushing on Keen, and then Keen started crushing on Whacker, and I was like, yeah, you should definitely ask each other out. That'd be great. But Yeah, so they've been together. Oh boy. A long time. A very long time. Maybe 10 years? Something like that. Had to have been around the same time you and Garen got together. After that, though, because when I met Garen, I think Whacker was still dating Melina. I think. It's been a long time. Just of knowing people. Like, I got a notification on Facebook that was like, oh, you've known Scott Wilson for 13 years. I was like, no, that's how long I've been friends with him on Facebook. I have known him for 23 years. $22 years. Right, because that was back in 5th age, and 5th age, it was the event that I ran that you brought him to, and that was my senior year. I think. But that was October of my senior year, so that would have been 2008. Thank you. Or was that 2009? That might have been when I was in community college. Those years bleed together. No, I think that was community college, because then I was able to spend evenings just kind of working on 5th age stuff and not on school. Must have been 2009. Goodness. Still have all those components. They're in a bag in my dad's basement. Speaking of crazy anniversaries, Andrew and Amy just celebrated their 7th married. They've been together since high school. So many long relationships. Makes me very happy to see them. Let's see, what do we got going on this week? Nothing. Besides the autumn adventure, not really much, which is good because just all the preparing for the wedding and everything that went on in September and how sick I had been. I am glad to have a not so busy week. It'll give me more time to catch up on these minis because the show is in 22 days. Nope. Dang it. 25 days. 25 days. It's gonna be fun. Everything's gonna be fine. I've got, what do I got? Where's my craft to-do list challenge? I don't know why I typed it in like it was gonna come up. Stupid. So I do have to go out and buy some supplies. But I have 20 items. 20 items left on my to-do list by then. It's really fine because so before we left for the wedding, I was trying to figure out how to finish the cherries that I had made. I was individually painting each cherry with clear nail polish to give it that shine. But that is so tedious, especially when you're trying to do 40 cherries per bag. And they're a little bit bigger than they are that big, and they're on a stick that's so fragile because it's technically a blade of grass. It was a very intimidating project to try to get them done for the show or for stock in general, because I want to sell them. They're a great product. But I had wanted to see if I could possibly put them in like a tray in a box and then clear coat them with clear glossy clear spray paint. But I was afraid that they were gonna blow all over the world. But they didn't. I did it and they didn't, and it was amazing. So they are coated, and now all I have to do is glue a couple of them together and bag them. And we're done with the cherries. Some of the projects I have been working on are on my bake tray, so I can finish them up soon. But technically they are done. This one's been intimidating because I haven't been able to get this top nubbin right, and the shape has been just wrong in general. So we're trucking along, we're finally getting places. Gotta work on the fish some more. That'll be a weekend project. I've got everything lined up so that I have dates assigned for each project so that I can get 1 to 2 projects done a night. And I'll be ready to go, and that's including packing, and that's including my Halloween costume and Christmas ornaments that I've been working on, just so I give myself a little break, because making minis every night can get taxing. So I like to give myself a break with a different project. This entire month is mapped out for myself. The bullet journal I have been using has been really cool. I kind of wish I was tracking more things, honestly. I started doing dancer size last week, or when the journal started, so the first, last week. And then 10 minutes of stretching a day, 20 minutes of dancercise, and I give myself one night off a week from dancercise because otherwise my thighs would just cease to function. Squats are the bane of my existence. For somebody with powerful legs, I hate them. And it's also been a cheat weekend, even though I did calculate out that I danced off my calories yesterday, but still, all that aside, I'm trying to lose a couple pounds, and the journal has helped with that. And what else am I keeping track of? My mini making, my ornament making, my mood. I'm doing a song of the day. So if it's been stuck in my head, or if it played and I liked it, or... I used to do that in high school. I'd write song lyrics or something of the day on my whiteboard in my locker. Little quote or just something to make me smile every time I opened up the door. Oof. Rob tried to get me a drink yesterday at the bar. He asked for a cran vodka. Oh, he got pink colored vodka is what he got. He brought it back. He's like, you may not like this. The bartender poured it heavy, and I took a sip, and it was just like, He's like, this is how I order my cran vodkas. Oh, but you are not gonna enjoy it. It's like, Whacker was like, you should just drink it. And I was like, I have a speech to give that I've been memorizing for the past week. No. He's like, it'll take the edge off. I'm like, no, being sober and knowing what I'm talking about is going to take the edge off. Oh, another exciting thing happened. So Thursday, one of the people I had added to the free miniatures directory, and her name is Ara. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Give me a sec. Either way, she's Bentley House Miniatures. Her stuff is amazing. She's on YouTube. She's Bentley House Minis. She had asked me, she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I'm a friend of your mom's. I was looking at your directory and I saw that my address was different. Could you change it? And I was like, yeah, no problem. She goes, if you could do that, I would love to do a shout out for the Free Miniatures directory on my YouTube channel. And I was like, cool, great, awesome, right? And like, I had looked at her stuff before, but I didn't realize before this that she has 129,000 subscribers on her channel. So she's like really well known in the mini, well, at least in the YouTube mini community. And so she posted the other day. Well, so I didn't know. Hi. Oh, I see. Thanks for the new channel. I've been lurking. Yeah. Welcome to the chat, I guess. Yeah, her stuff is really cool. But I think she's only on YouTube. I don't think she posts on, or I don't think she does anything on Twitch or any streaming. She does have an Instagram, but yeah, like so super cool. I don't even think she sells. I think she just is a YouTube channel of what she makes. Either way, amazing work. So I was so excited that she was gonna do a shout out for the Free Miniatures directory, and then I was sitting in the living room at the Airbnb before the wedding, and I just kept getting emails, and now I've got like 9 people that I've got to add to the Free Miniatures directory, all off of what, hype that she had given. And this video has 11,000 views, so who knows who's gonna join or check out the site. I looked at the stats on my website. I had close to 500 views in one day. It's been bonkers. I'm like so excited. That was like a boost that I really needed, because I mean, since she does stuff on YouTube, it's always going to be there. So whoever goes back and watches that video, they're going to see that she boosted the Free Miniatures directory. I am so excited. And Amanda yesterday, or when I was getting all the views and I was like, or all the emails, she's like, you're gonna have a lot of work cut out for you. I'm like, yeah, that's for that's what class is for, when I need something to do while I'm trying to stay awake. Just work on Free Miniatures directory stuff. Just so excited. Definitely check her stuff out, though. It's Bentley House Miniature or Minis. Bentley House Minis. I think I posted it on my Facebook. The link to where she shouted out, and then it's on my Instagram as well. Pretty apt. Eat more, Bailey. You got this. It's okay. I know you're tired. But it's only 8:40. If you go to bed now, the laundry won't get done. I'm on the site. Can I join the club? Yeah. I thought you joined the club. On the Free Miniatures Directory site? Yeah, I think so. Vendors, you're under vendors, USA. Under Michigan. If you want to join as a recreationalist, you can too. Yeah. We even had a private conversation about it. Where I asked you some questions. About if I could put you under Michigan. Oh, bummer. I'm sorry. You getting by okay? Yeah. Have fun with your spooky movie, people. Oh, well, that's good. I hope the commissions keep coming in. So you remain good. Keeping you in my thoughts, dude. Any idea how long you might be laid off for, or is it indefinite? Weeks. Oof. Well, hope it's for not much longer. That's rough. That's so rough. I'm so sorry. Sure. People that have houses and families to support and all that, that's rough. We had a bunch of people check in tonight. Can't tell who's actively watching, but hello to the people who are. Trying to get through some limes tonight before I fall asleep. No, I don't. I do have you as sealed crafts. That's what you submitted it as. I'll even check my email, because I keep every submission. thought I did. Yeah. You put your shop name as... Oh, scaled. I'm a dummy. Well, this is why... Hi, Nexus. This is why we... Why we do the thing that we do. Which is check everything. It's okay, I've gotten people's phone numbers wrong on here too. It's always good to have other eyes. I probably added you after I was streaming and I was tired. Maybe I should get scaled. Got it wrong everywhere. There, you should be fixed. Okay. That's fine. You do that, and I will add it later, because I just edited it. What's the good word for the evening? The good word is that my speech at the wedding went over remarkably well. The wedding was amazing. I did so well that somebody asked if I would do their eulogy. Which is funny. And I've got 9 new people that... 10. Nope, 9. Somebody just followed the blog. 9, thank you. 9 new people to add to the free miniatures directory because Bentley House Miniatures just did a shout out for the website, and the videos got 11,000 views already, so I can yes, okay. So I can only imagine that I'm gonna get plenty more. Yeah, Bentley House. She's got 129,000 viewers on her YouTube, so I can only imagine I'm gonna get a couple more here in the next few days. Yes, Bentley with an E. It's just funny, I was doing wedding things, and I would get an email. It's just like, I'm gonna have my work cut out for me. Especially since it's on YouTube, so people are going to be able to go back and see that. We did. You're right. And I must have been bleary-eyed, so I didn't see it was a C and not an E. But it's fixed now. I'm gonna finish these limes. I'm gonna put the texture on these limes, and then I'm gonna call it a night, I think, because I am just exhausted. We had to drive 3 hours back from Long Island today. 3.5 hours back. I did. Fixed it. Fingets. Fingies. It's probably pronounced with a French accent, so fingays. Oh, Nexus, you'll get a kick out of this. I found somebody else who pronounces au gratin wrong. Because we were having dinner at the rehearsal dinner, and they were like, what is it, like an au gratin? And I snapped. Amanda's little brother. It's like, spell au gratin, and he goes A-U, and I was like, correct, it's French, it's au gratin. There is no E-L, it is not G-R-O-T-T-E-N, it is not au gratin. It's neither. El gratin. No. No. It is pronounced... Oh, I don't even know how to... gratin. Yeah, don't poke this hive. This hive is tired. AU makes the O noise in French. Ends are a... If the consonant is at the end of the word, it's usually a soft consonant or not pronounced. So T's, N's, they're very soft, so it's gratin, like a nasally N. Yeah, safer for you, Nexus, safer for you, Nexus, because I know where you live, and if you do it, I'll just find you. Craftsman. Well, I do have his address. Yeah, gratin. Like at the top of your nose. You have to feel it in your, like, not quite the sinuses, but like right behind where your nose meets your eyes. At this moment, no, you're very lucky. Any other day, I could be very vindictive. I had to be awake and on from Friday at 3 until this morning at 9. So, no, this morning at 11. That's when we got on the road. And while social events usually energize me, all the physical activity did not. Aw, don't say that, Craftsman. You certainly are. Now is not the time for self-degradation. Now is the time for hyping yourself up. You got yourself commissions. Be happy. It was maybe less than 100 people there, but it was nice. It suited them. It was intimate. There's a lot of family. It seemed like a lot of friends. It's good. It was really good to see her parents again, too. And we recorded the ceremony, the speeches. I took my camera up because we were going to try to stream it or put it on like a Zoom channel for people to watch, but we couldn't get the internet to work, so we just ended up recording it. So we did the ceremony, the introductions and dances, and then the speeches, and then I got a video of everybody dancing at the end because I started a rave. And look, I found, yes, from, I met her in 7th grade. So but I went back and watched the videos of the speeches just to see if it went as well as I thought it did, and everybody, it was just like the cheers, man, the laughing, the audience response. You don't usually get that in like in a maid of honor best man speech. So I was very proud of it. Yeah. I had a lot of people come up and were like, holy cow, The best woman's speech, it was good. She was very nervous. It was the groom's sister. Nervous, good, had a lot of heartfelt sentiment behind it, had a good couple of jabs in there, but a very sweet speech. But she did write it the day before. So, for what it was excellent. Not everybody gives, like, well, so I had been thinking about what I wanted to put in the speech for probably since she asked me to be her matron of honor, but actively over the last 2 months I had been writing and revising it, and then over the last week I would walk, like, while I was doing my work, because I pretty much work alone most days. I was, like, out in the middle of the trees putting tags on everything, and was just, like, talking to myself and going over the same lines over and over and over with different emphasis to try to get how I wanted it to be. And I know I didn't have to memorize it, but certain parts of the speech kind of, it seemed better that I did, because you know, it's just the way the speech went. I could probably put up a copy of it on my Facebook or something for people to watch, but I'll have to ask the bride first if she minds. Or I'll cut it down and I'll send it to you, Nexus. But I was very proud. It was funny too, because I was nervous. Like, my body goes through the signs of stage fright, even though mentally, like, I am ready to go and know as soon as I'm up there I will be in my element. So I get the nausea, I get the not wanting to eat, and I get the, you know, the shakes. And then I came off and my hands were like I went to go grab my drink and I was like, ah. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Or I'll find a way. Ah. I don't know if it's worth putting the texture on these. Some of the limes that I've seen, they have like too much texture, like they use sandpaper and it's just too much. I think maybe if I just bake them and shine them up with a clear coat, that'd be enough. Thoughts, comments, concerns? Like, it shows up nice on the oranges, but I don't think it shows up very well on these. Yeah. I'm just gonna stick to not. Do limes have I don't have a lime texture in the lime bottom. Nope, not what I wanted. Also not what I wanted. Why can't I find the bottom of a lime? Why is that so hard? Oh, they do have little nubbies, don't they? Oh, shoot. That's the bottom of the lime. The pointy part. So they need tops. Okay. Guess I can do that. Guess I can do that. Yeah, so it was good speech. I was very proud of it. And so the DJ came up and was like, well, I told him that I wanted to go second in the speeches. I wanted Kelly to be able to get hers out of the way. And knowing that mine was going to be decent, I didn't want her to feel like, uh-oh. So I told him I wanted to go second. He was like, don't worry, we'll give you a mic. And I told him I don't need a mic. Thanks. I appreciate it, but I don't need a mic. He's like, why? I was like, I did theater, and I can generally be a loud person. He's like, got it. And he even says that, like, when he introduces me, he's like, Bailey said she didn't need a mic. It's like, correct. I do not. Plus, it was a small room. How's that still too big? Alright, half the size of that. Now, pretty much, and now for something completely different. Even my husband said my speech was good. I was thrilled. Because he hadn't heard me do it. I was going to practice and have him tell me what he thought, but we never got a chance. So I had one of the other bridesmaids that I have known for years as well. It was like, you're gonna be subjected to me practicing this. There we go. Alright, that makes a line. See, now it's got... If it would focus, that'd be great. Come on. That's the bottom. Ah, it's a lime. But even that seems kind of big. We'll scoot. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. There. Ha. Thanks. Oh, it was sad too, so Amanda pulls me aside and she goes, "Hey, can you come fix something for me?" Her dress, I guess between the first ceremony and the second ceremony, had gotten a rip in the tulle. And, I mean, thankfully, with tulle, it's an easy fix. You just, like, cut it off. And you couldn't notice because there was so much ruffle to the dress that you didn't notice when we cut the piece off, just so she didn't trip and it didn't rip more. Because I had offered to, like, taper it for her, but she was just like, "Nah, I think we're just going to cut it and call it a day." So now I have the piece of tulle, and I'm going to make her a present out of it. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to say it on here, because Lord knows it'll be the first time she ever watches this stream, and it'll spoil it. Yeah. But I might post about it on my Patreon, so check it out. We stayed in this 7-bed Airbnb. It was huge. Gorgeous and right on the water. Yeah. Oh, my hair looked awesome. Oh my gosh. It's a wonderful weekend all the way around. It's funny. So I start off the speech, by so it started off with good evening. Oh, breathe. Good evening, esteemed guests and beloved family members. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bailey Zimmerman, and I have the privilege and delight of being Amanda's matron of honor. Tonight, in accordance with our couple's wedding theme, I would like to tell you a story. And I had brought this leather-bound journal that I've had for a really long time. I had put the speech on the inside so I wasn't reading off of my phone or anything, or shaking with a piece of paper. So it was really nice because the theme was like fairy tales and like love stories and things like that. So it started off, once upon a time, there were two mythical alchemists set on creating gold, and on the bride's birthday, they would have achieved undoubtedly a monstrous success, right? And so it goes on for a little bit, and the bride's mom came up to me afterwards, and she goes, I wasn't quite sure where you were going with the mythical alchemists, but I leaned over to the bride's father and said, I think we're the mythical alchemists. I said, yes, you are. And I was the villain. Because I go on to joke about how the groom was a little bit afraid of me, because he was afraid I was gonna like beat him up if ever he treated Amanda poorly. And I was like, no. I like you. Don't treat my friend poorly, but no. You have nothing to fear. But it was very funny. And I told Rob that story, and he goes, no, she wasn't BSing you either. I saw her lean in and say something to him. It's like, that's funny. I'll have to send you the video. It's pretty good. But anyway, enough about the wedding. I could go on for hours about how wonderful it was. It's my job to. I was matron of honor. So those are my two cool things that happened this week. Other than that, I'm glad I'm getting more votes on the social media pages to to like go along with what's going on this month with streams. I really appreciate that. If you guys could keep it up, you can vote this week, probably Thursday. To see if you want me to put some prep for Philly Miniaturia again, or if you want me to start making clothes like I said I was going to do this month and have not done so yet. Either one is cool with me. I appreciate that you guys are giving me time to prep for Philly. But if you'd rather see me make clothes, I am more than happy to switch gears. So that's what we'll be doing next week. I'm gonna finish these guys up, and then I'm gonna call it a night. We'll have made 24 limes. We're gonna put 6 in a baggie. Sound good? 6 limes? That was the earlier vote. We have more people in here now. And I will do the same with lemons and clementines. I tried to do my lemon verbena this week, but turns out I only have crushed thyme in my cabinet and not thyme leaves. So I have to go grocery shopping, which I have to do anyway. Because the autumn adventure calls for some grocery shopping. But it's okay, I got the plums done instead. And Nexus, I don't know if you heard this earlier, I sprayed the cherries with the spray paint and they didn't fly all over the place and they look great. So now I gotta glue a couple of them together to give it that double cherry stem look on some of them. And we'll be good to go with those. I was dreading that. Oh my gosh, I can't explain to you how much I did not want to paint every individual cherry. No, I just put them down on a cardboard cat food tray that I have, because we get like the giant packs of cat food delivered, and so I used like the bottom tray of that. Here, actually I have them right here. And I just put them inside a plastic box and let it rip. And they stayed. And they've got a nice little gloss to them now. Gave them a good shimmy, and then, I mean, I gotta give them another good shimmy, but Yeah, so excited. That took a lot of stress off of me. So big. So I learned something recently. My cats have been like really slow to eating their food recently. Like they'll beg for food around dinner time, and then they just will like kind of half eat and like come back to it and eat some more, and then they'll come back. And but this has been going on for like the past couple of days. And I'm like, I don't know, like, are they sick? They're not sick. They're not throwing up. Nothing's wrong. And I'm like, are they, do they have a toothache? All good. And then I was like, maybe they're just, they finally realized that I'm not going to feed them in the middle of the day or in the middle of the night when they want to be fed, like their previous owners did. Because we don't want to overfeed them, and we also don't want to feed them like cat kibble, because it's not good for them. It doesn't hydrate them, and most cat kibble is made with products that aren't good for cats anyway. So we feed them wet food. So they get half a can of food in the morning and half a can of food at night. And I just, maybe they finally caught on that I'm not going to feed them at random times. I looked it up, and they're like, well, if there's no medical problems, then they're probably bored of their food. Now, these are the cats that refuse to eat anything other than the whitefish pate that they get. Even their previous owners were like, this is all we give them. Like, for food flavor. I was like, oh. But that's so, like, cats aren't getting all of their nutrients, right, if they're only getting one thing. But when we tried to feed them other varieties, they didn't want to eat them at first. So I was like, maybe they are bored of their food. Now that they've settled in for a year, maybe they're actually bored of the flavor. I tried and mixed it with another flavor, like a little bit of the whitefish and a little bit of, we had like a chicken and lobster can that we wanted to try with them, but never did. Mixed half and half on each of their plates. They loved it. Just scarfed it down. I was like, you sons of guns, you're just bored? You just tired of what you keep getting? Well, fine. Okay. Weirdos. Just bored. Alright, so I'm like trying to fill up my trays before I go and bake them, so that's been one tray that I'm gonna have to sort out later, and this is gonna be another one. lemons on here when I get to them. And I'll get to the clementines soon. I can't remember what tomorrow's task is. This ain't no stinking restaurant, you're right, but at the same time, like, if they're finally going to eat other flavors, awesome. Because then they'll be getting a more well-rounded diet. So I'm not grumpy about that. I am grumpy about the way they went about it. It's not like they can tell me, right? Alright, so this week, got the limes done. Can knock that off the list. That's great. Where are my limes? Four. Cool. So I'll work on the lemons and clementines some other time. Ooh, so this week I've got to make corn, party hats, and potatoes. Nice. Nice easy week. 2 sets of party hats, 2 sets of russet potatoes, and 3 sets of corn. Easy. Nice. Cool. That's great. Very exciting. Yeah, I don't like eating the same thing every day. My husband can. He can just, he's good to go. You give him like eggs and chicken every day and he'll lose 70 pounds. And he'll be fine. I can have the same thing every day for like lunch. Like I could do PBJ every day probably and be thrilled. Breakfast, I like to switch up my cereals, but I've been trying to do more of a protein breakfast. Lunch I've been doing soups. I made a homemade soup last week. That was so good. Homemade tomato soup. And then this past week I made a Hawaiian chicken in the crock pot that was really good. It was 2 pounds of chicken breast, half a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, and a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapples, and you let it simmer for 6 to 8 hours. It was really good. And then you serve it over rice. I'm finishing that up this week. But I've committed to making a soup every Sunday. I didn't get to do it today because we got home at 2 and I haven't felt like doing anything. But I'm gonna try to make a soup every Sunday. Yeah. Especially because you can do like a cup of soup and it's low calorie and still filling, and then dinner can be whatever dinner happens to be. Anyway, doesn't matter. So for those of you new to the show and for those of you coming back, hello, my name is Bailey Carr Zimmerman and I'm the owner of Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. I have been collecting miniatures for 25 years, close to 25 years, and I've been making them actively for the last 3. I've made vegetables, fruit, fish, meats, holiday decor, and I've made myself furniture and flowers and all sorts of fun things, and I'm going to be making clothes here soon. for my bears. I stream every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch at Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. This season's theme was supposed to be sewing, but this month we are doing a you choose your own adventure kind of a thing, where my viewers and subscribers and all that are picking whether they want to see me prepare for the Philadelphia Miniatura or if they want to see me make clothes. The past 2 weeks we have prepped for Philly. So tonight we made limes. I have, 19 more projects to finish. In 25 days, we got this. It's going to be great. If you want to check out Philadelphia Miniatura, you can do so. Here's some of the information. Leave that up on the screen. If you are listening to this, you can always check out philadelphiaminiatura.com. The show is early November. November 2nd is their name night, which is the National Association for Miniature Enthusiasts. They hold a free night of make and takes and roundtables and demos and ice cream and silent auction, and sometimes they do games, sometimes they do raffles. It's a lot of fun. It's free, and then it rolls into the rest of Philadelphia Miniatura, where November 3rd, the Friday before, is a preview night, and November 4th and 5th are general admission. Some more of the information is on the back here. If you are watching this on Twitch and want to check out any of my previous videos, you can do so on my YouTube channel. That is also Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. I try to get the videos up. They usually post by Monday morning, so if you want to rewatch this, you can do so tomorrow morning. If you want to check out my blog, that's blueberryhollowminiatures.wordpress.com. We have been going over some of the children's stories and newsletters that my grandmother would send me about Blackberry Hollow, which is where my business gets its namesake. She had made these bears and had this dollhouse and had created this mental world of Blackberry Hollow and how the bears lived there, and had told these stories to my brother and I when we were very little. So I'm taking the stories and going back and discussing how the stories related to my life at that time, because sometimes they were life lessons, or, picking out things that are no longer canon, or how they have been re-explained to me, or just parts I find funny. And I just make a couple of silly comments on them every once in a while. So if you're interested in that, again, that's blueberryhollowminiatures.wordpress.com. I do that monthly. If you want to check out my social media, I am on Facebook and Instagram at Blueberry Hollow Miniatures and TikTok at Blueberry Hollow Minis. I do sell my things. Like I said, I'm going to this convention here in November, but currently my Etsy is down. But if you want to follow it for right now, it's also Blueberry Hollow Minis. I think I'd have this all memorized after doing it for 3 years, right? Joke's on me. If you're watching this on YouTube and want to watch it on Twitch, you can do so at Blueberry Hollow Miniatures. I don't know if I said that already, but there it is. Oh, if you want to see exclusive content like what I'm going to make for my friend out of the piece of her wedding dress that I have, or, my HO train scale project, commission work, anything like that, you can do so on my Patreon. Again, it is exclusive, so I do not post it anywhere else. It is sporadic, but I'm trying to make an effort. It's been so busy. But as we get into the winter months, I think I'll be able to do it, especially after Philadelphia Miniatura. I'll be able to post again, or at least make content so that I can post. That's Blueberry Hollow Miniatures if you want to check that out on Patreon. There's a $1, $5, and $10 subscription rate right now. They all get you access to the exclusive content, but some of them give you exponentially more things, like an end of the year gift, shout outs. Thank you to my 3 subscribers on Patreon. I really appreciate all 3 of you. And I just appreciate all the likes and comments and subscribes and follows and everything that I get on social media. So, but a special thank you to those 3 Patreon subscribers. And if you want to be a part of my mission to gather as many vendors, clubs, shows, groups, podcasts, recreationalists, museums as absolutely possible internationally, you can join the Free Miniaturist Directory. That is freeminiaturistdirectory.com or .wordpress.com. It's a collective that I'm just trying to gather free of charge to everybody who wants to join, free of charge to access it, because it needs to be done. There's all sorts of subscription forms on there, so if you feel like you fall under any of those categories, which could be anything really in the world of miniatures, go ahead and fill out one of the forms, and I will put you up. And if you missed any of that, you can check out my link tree at linktr.ee/blueberryhollowminiatures. Show my card, my Free Miniatures Directory card. You're right, I should. Ah! There you go. That's the QR code to join, or to go to the website. I will leave that there so you can check that out. I will even do, nope, that's gonna stay the way it is. Oh, better. Much better. There you go. Alright. I think that's it. So next week, this Thursday, I'm going to put up another poll, see what you guys want me to do, make some more minis or what. I think I am scheduled to make pork belly to the left. I think I'm scheduled to make pork belly on Sunday, and maybe something else. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't really look at my food. I'll look at it again. Hold on. My craft to-do list challenge. Pork belly and celery. I was really surprised people liked the celery, but okay. So we'll work on that on Sunday if you want, or something else. I don't know. Depends on what I get done that Sunday. Yeah. So I appreciate everybody stopping by tonight for hearing me rant and rave about the wedding I was in. It was absolutely lovely, and I had a great time, and things have been looking up for me recently when it comes to the Free Miniatures Directory. Again, I want to thank Bentley House Minis again for giving me a shout out, and so I'll give you a shout out too. Go check her out. She's great. Wedding of the century. For real. Definitely. Alright, I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their night and a wonderful week ahead of them. I will see you on Sunday. I'll let you know how my autumn adventure goes with the kid. Have a great night, everybody. Love ya. Bye-byes.